Welcome back, guys, to the Football Tea. It's your boy, Football Matter, the catalyst and analyst, and here today with We Talk Football.
The Football Tea.
Today is a special edition where we are going to talk about between N'Golo Kanté and Rodrigo Hernandez, who is a better and more impactful player. I don't think this should be an argument because I think N'Golo Kanté is better. But before I dive in straight to this, please, guys, like and subscribe for more of these kind of videos and more of these kind of conversations. So why do you say no? I heard you say no. We talk football. Why do you feel like...
Come on. This is like very biased. You're starting off biases. Why would you think N'Golo Kanté is better than Rodrigo? Does he have a Ballon d'Or?
N'Golo Kanté was robbed of the Ballon d'Or and even by Jorginho and Lionel Messi in 2021. In 2021, there was no better player than N'Golo Kanté.
Theoretically, of course, I respect 2021 N'Golo Kanté version. However, Rodri winning the Ballon d'Or was just,
it was
well deserved.
He won it because of a good boy. It's not the Ballon d'Or should not be a good boy.
It's debatable.
Yeah, I know it's debatable. Just like Zidane in 2006 should have won the World Cup. The Ballon d'Or. Regardless of whether he won the World Cup or not, but it's because of that. The header on Materazzi.
But when you I understand 100%. However, when you think of a midfielder now in the past 10 years, defensive midfielder, but not only a defensive midfielder, a player that can actually control the tempo, a player that can break line, can score goals, can provide passes, can determine a lot of things, in Guardiola's system. Playing in this Manchester City version were like very, very dominant. Not only that, with him missing, the whole team crumbled with the great Pep Guardiola. It just shows you Rodri is the definition of a modern day number 6. It's just very, very, very,
You're talking about a guy that needs a system. N'Golo Kanté does not need system. N'Golo Kanté is one man riot. He does it effortless. No matter the system, no matter the manager, whether you're possession based like Mauricio Sarri, he was the main man. Whether it's the more defensive minded or pragmatic man like what's he called? Thomas Tuchel, he's there. Whether it's with the man that people call clueless in the national team, France, Deschamps, he is there. He is the fulcrum, man. Look at France now. The way they are crumbling, the way they are missing. Look at their midfielders. They are missing that missing piece. We are talking about N'Golo Kanté, a man who walked his way from the rock bottom to the top. We are talking about a man in 2012 with Bologna. So he was playing in 3rd division. From there, he went to play with Cannes. He took Cannes from League 2 to League 1. And in League 1, he finished at the top half bottom of the table before the transfer to Leicester. And once he came to Leicester, a team that was just newly promoted a season ago, he did the miraculous thing that we will never ever see again in football. What did he do with them? And when he left, it all went crumbling. And he went to show you that he's the one that won the league for them. He went to Chelsea in the consequent season or in the subsequent season and won the league again for Antonio Conte. Being the first player to do it, to win the league back to back with 2 different teams since Eric Cantona 92-93 with Leeds and with Manchester United.
Of course, you get to respect N'Golo Kanté. There's no way you're not respecting N'Golo Kanté, but it's very poetic what you're saying, but it's not charity. It's not charity. It's very impressive, of course, to be climbing the ladder. I'm talking about a player that's born a legend. I'm talking about a player that came to football with that kind of pride. He came to football to make differences immediately. And this is Rodri, a guy that focuses on the ball. His intelligence is absolutely magnificent. Not only that, he just built a name for himself. If you're talking about in the last 10 years, again, can you name me a midfielder that dominate, a defensive midfielder that dominate the team, that being the main guy in the team like Rodri? You will fail. Yeah, even N'Golo Kanté cannot give you this.
When N'Golo Kanté met Man City's Rodri at the epitome of football, Rodri could not even make the starting lineup. Rodri was on the bench. And N'Golo Kanté was so good in 2021 Champions League final. He was like the last man standing. Like even in the
you're very biased. You're very biased.
Man City admin has to tweet after 45 minutes.
Yeah, to be honest, I give it to him. I definitely give it to N'Golo Kanté in that game, but yeah.
You know how consistent N'Golo Kanté has been from 2012 to 20, even till now.
He had like three consecutive seasons in the top level.
That's wrong. N'Golo Kante from Cannes has been consistent. I've been having world-class season. Even with Cannes, League 2, then went to League 1, came to Leicester, world-class performance, came to Chelsea, world-class performance. He is one of the few players that have shown us that you can dominate the game even without the ball. And people always, think that N'Golo Kante's game is only about tackles and interception. N'Golo Kante can pass a ball. N'Golo Kante can ball carry.
You also describing
when N'Golo Kante met Pogba, you saw the goal he scored against him. Smalling. Even against Liverpool with an injury, he scored them. Look at the fine goal. N'Golo Kante has it all.
N'Golo Kante is a fantastic player, very quiet. Also, his character I love very much. But at the end of the day, we're talking about a very, very, very excellent player that lasted, as I said, on the peak for 3 seasons. Again, it's a player that started the career on that height and never fell off it. Like again, imagine one player that make Pep Guardiola look clueless. It doesn't happen.
It is the same Rodri that Thomas Partey was sitting on the bench in Atletico Madrid most of the time. The same,
because he was young.
Where was Rodri? Just that if you're talking about having 3 good seasons, that's Rodri for you from 2022 to 2025. N'Golo Kante has been, even this season, he won the King's Cup and the league for Al Ittihad, ahead of Al Hilal and Al Nassr, who were the more favorites. This man is still doing it, even in this age, despite the injuries he faced because of his overuse. N'Golo Kante, there was a season that he had 5 seasons where he was playing 37 and 38 league games. 37 and 38, finishing the leagues. He was everywhere. Put N'Golo Kante in Man City. Man City will win the Champions League 2 times or 3 times consecutively. But put Rodri.
I wouldn't agree. I wouldn't necessarily agree.
If you put Rodri in the team that N'Golo Kante has played, Rodri will look average.
I wouldn't necessarily agree with you, actually. But, I understand. At the end of the day, when you talk about N'Golo Kante, it's very hard to dislike someone like N'Golo Kante. He's just too sweet, like not to love. But when we're talking about footballing ability, just pure footballing ability, you cannot put him ahead of Rodri. That's very simple. Guys, help me in the comments. I want to see you typing down.
You don't need help when Rodri. If it's true, you don't need help. You don't need help when it's true. 2016 Premier League, went to Chelsea side that finished 10th a season before he came and won them the Premier League. Then 2018, he went to from 2015, this man has been playing back-to-back, no rest. After playing almost 37 or 38 games with Leicester in 2015, and then winning the league in 2015, 2016, 2017, he went to Chelsea, also played almost 3 matches and won the league. And in that same 2016, remember he went to Euros. In 2017, 2018, he went to World Cup and won the World Cup. After the World Cup, no break again, came back to the Premier League, joined Mauricio Sarr, who pushed him further up the pitch and had to be tracking back, and won the Europa League for Chelsea. After 2 years, won the Champions League with the worst team, being in a team that had fucking Kai Havertz and Timo Werner.
Just to tell you how important Rodri to this Manchester City success, or the recent success. Do you remember the final of the Champions League where Manchester City lost the game? What was the major issue there?
Because N'Golo Kante was the major issue.
No, because Rodrigo wasn't there.
N'Golo Kante had beat Pep Guardiola.
Because Rodrigo wasn't there.
No, it was not because of Rodri. They couldn't bypass N'Golo Kante. N'Golo Kante is the man. Football owes
But had Rodrigo started, things would have been different.
In 2021, he was denied of the Ballon d'Or in 2021.
Well, too bad. Rodri won it.
Rodri won it because of a good boy. He just won it because of a good boy. He should go and return his and that's the reason why even maybe we say Man City has been losing. If to say that because of that Ballon d'Or, Richarlison said it, shit will go down, and he was going down. It's not because of him Man City has been losing. It's not because. It's just because Kovacic, Gundogan, Bernard, they have leggy. They are too old. They do not have this.
I think this conversation will be settled next season. Now with the return of Rodri, things are going to definitely look different for Manchester City. Domination will be back, and we can have the conversation end of next season. Because guess what? I'm going to remind you of this.
You're not gonna remind me anything. There is Tijani Reinders, there is Ryan Cherki, Omar Mahmoud. They have squad. They have got lots of players. It's not down to just Rodri. Rodri that Sergio Busquets, 30-year-old plus plus or 33-year-old plus, Boswell was sitting on the bench, or he was keeping him. He made him to play as a centre back. That cannot happen to N'Golo Kante. Nobody can make N'Golo Kante play another position. Rather, you have to make the move. So that's just it, guys. Tell me what you think on the comment section, and tell us another argument or another debate you want us to settle on in here. But do not forget to like, subscribe, and turn your notification on for more of these videos that we will continue to share here on YouTube. And make sure you're following us for Matter on our platform, as well as We Talk Football on our platform. We love you guys. See you on the next one. Peace.